Hi, and welcome to Lab 3 for AC motors. Today we were firing up a couple of AC induction motors to the trainer, figuring out the various panels on it. As you can see, got my power supply hooked up for 3-phase AC power. It goes up to a lockout module with 3 phases all in line, and then they go down to my contactor, which they are all hooked up. And then I've got legs coming off the leg 1 and leg 2. Leg 1 goes down to the emergency button right here, wired in an emergency button just in case. These push buttons is what I'll be pushing in order to close the circuit and activate the motor. That is hooked up, and then they are hooked back up to the contactor right here, A1 and A2, and then they follow out towards the overload relay in here, and then 96 is routed back to leg 2 to complete the circuit. And then as you can see here, T1 through 3 are going to be my legs for my motor. They go down here to a high voltage Y schematic, all wired up. This is our 10 horsepower US Motors big green motor, and let's see it work. Let's turn everything on. Make sure everything's on, and go. Back up and close it, and turns the motor off. And for my next motor, and this is my second motor, once again wired into the high volts configuration of Y, all hooked up, all back hooked up again. This is a smaller US Motors motor. Power is on, and we will see what happens when I hit the button. Very smooth, all nice and good. Wiring is still correct. All my wiring is working well. Off. Whoopsies. Finally, I have here a Brook Compton motor. A small motor. Again, wired in the high voltage Y configuration, so everything is matched up and all the legs are connected, back connected here, and once we hit the button, running nice and smoothly, even RPMs, quiet function, no excess heat. Meaning all the phases and all the coils were wired up correctly. And since you notice, since it spins counterclockwise in the beginning, if you wanted to spin a 3-phase motor the other way, all you'd have to do is disconnect 1 and 2, turn off the power, disconnect 1 and 3, and flip-flop them, so 3's in 1 spot and 1 is in 3 spot. Turn it back on, and it now runs it runs clockwise now. And there we go. 3 motors wired up, and using the contactor, push buttons, emergency button, and overload relay on the AC trainer. Thank you.